Well, hello everybody. It's Craftin' Just Because with Chris Cowan. I'm just getting set up so I can see you guys. I'm on my lunch hour. And we are back and at it. No more holiday like last week. And so I'm bringing you, since today's date, December 1st, the first of my 12 days of Christmas. Now, they won't be consecutive days. So this week I'll have one, and then the next week I will have four videos, and then I believe it'd be three on the last one. So, yeah, it's good to see everybody. Sorry, you kind of see a little bit of my stuff right there. Kind of unavoidable. Okay, so we are going to be using this beautiful poinsettia paper. I'm also using the dies. I actually didn't get the stamp set this year, but I got just the dies and the paper. And I'm going to pair it because I want to use this saying Merry and Bright on here for our sentiment. So let's go ahead and we'll get that stamped out. Uh-oh, my images are stuck on my paper clip here. I don't want to rip it. Come on, little guy. There we go. So let's stamp our image, and then we'll glue our little pieces together, and then we'll make our project. So I'm going to be stamping using Memento ink. That's what I like to use for my black. And we're going to do that Merry and Bright. Oh, I messed up my sticker. So I'm just going to stamp that hopefully right in the center. And you don't see my head. Okay. Not too bad. I think the Merry went up a tiny bit. But we'll make it work, right? I can add some embellishments too there. So that's pretty much all the stamping we're doing, since we're using a lot of die cuts and paper. And some of my projects, you will notice, they're just easy that way. Like, it's not that I mean to do it that way. And then some are a little more labor intensive. And I did that on purpose because not everybody can make a really intense project. Some people need quick and easy. Okay, let's layer up our pieces here. I really liked doing some of this greenery and white, just like it was snowing. And that's one reason I didn't get the stamp set. I felt like the dies, I could really do a lot with the dies, which is kind of nice. Sometimes you can't, sometimes you need the stamp set to, to make it all work. Okay, so I'm going to add greenery to that piece, and then I'm going to add a tiny bit of greenery here. And as you notice, I'm not doing all of it, and I'm kind of curling my my pine so that there's a 3D effect. And then we're going to do our little holly berries here. And I used cherry cobbler and real red, and then I used evening evergreen for my pine and basic white. Okay, so now I'm just going to let all that sit and dry just off to the side there. And we are going to come in with some embellishments. I'm going to be using, let me get them out here so I could show you guys. I'm going to be using some of the brushed metallic embellishments. Okay, so you need a piece of 12 by 12 designer series paper, and you're going to come in with your paper trimmer, and you want to score your paper. Now, if this is your first time following me, when I post this video, it will have a project, or it'll link you to my blog, which has all the dimensions and everything to make the project, unless you're wanting to make it with, you know, along with me. But sometimes I know that I sometimes try to follow along and you're like, wait, it's going way too fast. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. We are going to score at 1 inch, at 5.5 inches, at 6.5 inches, and at 11 inches. Okay, and then you're going to rotate it to the side, and you're going to score it again at 1 inch, and then at 11 inches. So essentially 1 inch on each side. Okay. Now you're going to bring in your bone folder, and on one end you're going to fold that towards you. The other side you're going to do the opposite way, because that'll be the base of our box. This just kind of gives us a lip to our lid, makes it more sturdy. Should just undo. There we go. And I know it's hard to see my lines on camera, just because my paper's dark. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down, just because I know that that's my top. Okay. Now along this bottom, what we're going to do is I'm going to cut off the right hand square. So I'm going to cut up the score line to the intersecting square and then cut that one off. And the rest of them we're going to cut up to the intersecting line, and we are going to wedge on the square. And what this does is it'll help the bottom fold up really nice and pretty. It's a very easy gift bag to make. Now, mind you, it is thin, so keep that in mind. But it's perfect for gift cards, for money, for socks, for jewelry, for a scarf. You know, unless it's a bulky scarf. Oops. Okay, the other thing is I'm going to tab this edge, because this is what we're going to adhere together with. So I'm going to go like that and like that. Now at this point, if you wanted to make a bunch of these and you didn't want them to be 3D, I would put tear and tape down just like this. Okay, then you could fold this in half. You could put on your, your embellishments, which we're going to go ahead and do. And then you don't have to put the bag together. I mean, it's really, really up to you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue down my white piece. that. Then I'm going to use dimensionals, which I had sitting on my desk, and now they're not. Here they are. I'm going to use dimensionals to put on my tag. Okay. Just like that. And then I'm going to put the holly kind of right in between there, and I am going to use a dimensional. Okay. The other thing we're going to do is I'm going to add some Wink of Stella. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some of my Brushed Gold. Oh, I think we're going to use this color, I guess. I thought I had more of that one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add one there. Just like that. Okay, so at this point, if you wanted to be, oh, hold on, not at this point. Let's step back a minute. Okay, so now we're going to make our little holes. Now you could do one of two things. You could do a binder clip to seal this up, or you can do holes, which I'm going to do holes. But I want to show you how I do my holes. Okay. So this is 4.5 inches wide in one of this section, and I want to go in 1.5 inches. So I'm going to mark 1.5 inches, and I'm going to do a half, and I'm going to mark the other one. So it's 1 and 3 inches, okay, that we marked. There's our little marks. Now, before I put this together, okay, I'm going to go ahead and punch the hole just right where my little marks are. Okay. Now at this point, if you wanted to be done, you could be done. If you wanted to keep it flat because you needed to store it. Oh, I need to add some glue to this border. Otherwise, it's going to break. There we go. Okay, so that's why we added the tearing tape. And then I would just maybe cut a piece of ribbon that you're going to use for, you know, and attach it with a paper clip if you're going to leave it flat. But if you're going to get it all together, which I'm going to go ahead and do because we're live and I can fill it up here later. I won't tie a total knot in my bow. So I take that tearing tape off, and then I just bring this over to the side, just like so. Okay, now this is our front, so our front's facing forward. I like to push that flap down. Then I'm going to push down my back. I'm going to add glue here on my tabs. Okay, fold those down, and then we're going to glue down the front. That way it gives it, I'll show you, a nice seamless finish from the front view. See how it's nice? Okay, then all you're gonna do is push that in. Our holes are matched up perfectly because I showed you how to do the holes. Then you're gonna come in with some of your iridescent trim or whatever trim you have, or ribbon. Okay, and you know, fill your bag with whatever you want, and then instead of tying a total knot here, I'm just gonna hold it and tie a bow so that I can undo it and fill my bag up for my recipient. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add that, and that is your quick and easy gift bag for day one of the 12 days of Christmas. So thank you guys for joining me today. I know it's been a tiny bit, but I'm so glad that you did join me. And until next time, my friends, I will see you guys later. I hope you have a great day. I know here in California, it's finally raining and we need this rain. And so there's a storm advisory for today and I'm loving it. So until next time, my friends, I will see you later. Bye-bye.